It's Monday, March 4th. What's going on? Last week, President Putin announced that if the West is going to be sending in troops into Ukraine, he's going to possibly use nuclear weapons. You know, it was a couple of years ago I said that he's going to talk himself into the war with Ukraine. I hope he's not talking himself into using nuclear weapons. Anyway, crazy, right? Well, how about last week's weather? Crazy. We had 11 tornadoes, 3 right by my house, probably all within 5 or 6 miles, and I think 1 just within yards of my office here. Crazy. But what's even crazier than that, did you see the Philadelphia Phillies have announced that this year they're going to do the $1 hot dog night? Why? Because fans last year were throwing them onto the field, having fights in the stadium with their $1 hot dog night. I don't think that's just a Philadelphia Philly problem, isn't it? Doesn't that go back to like high school behavior? Anyway, let's get to today's topic. Hey, so let me ask you, what do I have here? Smartphone, right? And how about this one? Smartphone, right? Yeah, let's talk about these smartphones and apps you can put on them. Aren't these cell phones just a wonderful piece of technology? You see people everywhere with them, you know, going like this, walking into the streets, walking into the walls, walking downstairs. You know, they're driving with these things in front of their face. I can't see, you know. I wonder if they put the camera on so they can drive like this. Who knows? Anyway, wonderful piece of technology. When I was a kid growing up, we didn't have phones like this. The only thing that was cellular was watching a James Bond movie, or what was his name? Don Adams, I think, in Get Smart. He used to take the shoe and talk into the shoe. Yes, Chief. Anyway, today there's all kinds of apps for smartphones. With insurance companies, a lot of them have their own apps or are developing apps to be released for the benefit of their clientele. What kind of things can an insurance company do? After all, it's an insurance company, right? Well, from our perspective here dealing with the medical insurance, a lot of the apps will have things like, I'm going to read my list here. It will have your IDs. You can have your medical records on there. Your prescriptions, your claims and explanation of benefits can be on there. Correspondence from the insurance company to you can be on there. Where to get care. Information on your primary care providers, hospitals, ERs can be on there. And in the case of many of these Medicare Advantage plans, you can have your over-the-counter benefits. A lot of the Medicare Advantage plans will have over-the-counter benefits through places like CVS and Walgreens, and you can go and shop on there and get things like aspirin and Band-Aids and Neosporin and maybe vitamins and all sorts of stuff. That's what you can find on the app from your insurance company. What's an app? Where do I get it? Well, most of you know, but some of you may not. So if you have an Apple phone, you can get your apps from the Apple Store. If you have an Android, you can get it from your Google Play Store. And here are some of the more popular apps that my clientele would be using when you log into your right and you type in the top search button what you're looking for. And then you can see, I'm going to use Aetna. You can see how it can just put their app right smack dab on your smartphone or even, you know, your iPad. And for those of you out there who don't know how to do this, hey, give me a call. Maybe I can help you out. Or get the grandkids. They're pretty good at that, aren't they? Don't let me forget, once you get that app on your phone or your iPad, and you tap it, it's going to ask you to set yourself up with an account, which is typically something like your email address and a secret password, right? So don't use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or ABCD, right? Pick something unique. And you know, maybe your phone will even give you its own suggestion, but write it down in a separate place, because sure enough, at some point in time, you'll forget it. Once you have it on your phone, please take the time and go through it. See some of the advantages that your insurance company has for you with their apps. You'll be pleasantly surprised, I'm sure. Hey Mark, what's going on at the MLD Agency? Well, last week we were able to get a group's insurance issued, worked with a couple more groups, and it's that time of year where we're transitioning more into the group sales and servicing aspect of things. So that's kind of what's going on with the MLD Agency. Oh, and hey, don't you forget, because I didn't, get your taxes done. That was something we accomplished last week. Taxes are all done, it's past history for 2023. Well, until next week, take care and enjoy some of this good weather we've been fortunate to have, right?